some of the biggest things you've learned maybe about yourself this season?
Yeah, a lot. I mean, I've learned to. I don't even know where to start, but I would say to take more of a leadership group mentality, to handle pressure, handle setbacks or whatever you call it. Um, you know, I've learned to play more minutes. I've learned to not get caught up in mistakes on the ice. It's a lot. It's been a year of growth, and I'm happy about it.
Not to say that you were immature, but how much did you feel you grew up this year and matured this year?
Yeah, that's what I try to say on the last question. It's I feel like a different person right now, and it's been a fun ride for sure.
To be asked to be a leader of this team this year and that you were able to do it, is that something that maybe at the beginning of the year that you didn't know that you had in yourself?
I kind of knew that I always had it, but I wasn't really comfortable with it, and I don't know what it was, but you know, when I was younger, playing with my kids in my own age, this is the player I was when I was younger too. So I kind of knew I had it, but it took some time. But you know, I'm not done yet. So I'm not saying I'm happy about it. So, but it's a step in the right direction, and I'm happy about it for sure.
What gave you that comfort?
A little bit of everything. I mean, I should thank the guys in the locker room that has helped me been able to do it, and you know, taking more of a leadership mentality, and you know, it's such an easygoing group, and it's pretty easy to battle out there every day, and you know, it's a big thanks to the guys in the locker room.
We're almost 3 months past it now, but how significant was that weekend in Las Vegas for your career to really see that you belong and to be around those kind of guys for an entire weekend?
Yeah, they gave me a push for sure. It was a great experience, and like you said, I think it helped my game to get more confidence and kind of understand that I could do more. And so yeah, it was. I think that weekend was great for me.
Even as the #1 pick, Rasmus, you had to deal with unfair expectations and comparisons. I mean, at 18 years old, people were comparing you to Nicholas Lidstrom. I mean, this season in particular, what allowed you to just forget about that and be Rasmus Dahlin and not try to be anybody else?
Yeah, I guess it took a few years to understand that all the noise doesn't matter. So yeah, this year I barely used social media throughout the season, and you know, small stuff like that helped me a lot. And I mean, thanks to the coaches too, that let me just do the mistakes and do all the wrongs to be able to get better. And it's a little bit of everything, but you know, especially thanks to those guys.
Don Granato often, almost every night, come in here and talk about you and how good you were and how you did. Did that help your confidence, hearing the head coach? Maybe you said to yourself, hey, he believes in me right now. Did that maybe one of the things that helped you get better this year?
For sure, you know, I don't really know what has been said or not, but he talks to everyone in the locker room. He makes sure that you are confident. He pushes you, and he wants every single guy to succeed in there. And you really feel that he has your back. And I remember I did some mistake against Seattle or something at home, but he stood up for me, and so you know, it makes us player feel really good, and makes us just keep pushing, and we want to succeed, and we want to win for him, and you know, it's a mix of everything.
How much does, like you were saying, like he lets guys play to their strengths, he lets them make mistakes, he doesn't, you know, bench them.
Yeah, I mean, it, it makes everything for us. We're young. We have to do all the mistakes to realize, oh, I can't do that in the certain situations, and experience is everything, I feel, and so you know. What they're doing right now is special for sure, and it's not only me in the locker room that has growth this year, so you got to do something right, I think.
Could you have seen this coming 13 months ago? I mean, you missed the playoffs, but I mean, there's a sense of hope here.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it is a step in the right direction. We're not where we want to be for sure, but so. What? Sorry, what was your question? What was
Could you
your?
envision this?
If I believed it.
13 months ago, you guys were in the midst of an 18-game losing streak. A month later, Jack Eichel wants out and all this stuff. But could you envision this such a quick turnaround? Just the breath of fresh air that's been, breathed into this team.
Yeah, you always have to believe. After last year, I had so much hunger. We all had so much hunger, and we all are talented, hungry guys, and every single guy wants to win, wants to get better. So I just think it was a matter of time, and the guys we have in the locker room are special guys, and like I said, we're not happy where we're at, but it's a step in the right direction for sure.
You had so many wins over good teams in these last 2 months, but the teams in the East that are in the playoffs are all 100-point teams this year. That's a little unusual, but it makes the point of how good you have to be, probably. What is the next step? How do you get from where you guys are now, clearly improving and building, to get into that group?
I think what you said there, whatever, two last months, I feel like we really start to compete every game. You see the Toronto game, you see different game. We're here to compete, and we find a way to play together. And I really think that other teams knows when they're coming here, and they know it's not gonna be an easy game to play against us. And I think that's a thing we have to just keep pushing and keep getting better at. So yeah, they gotta know when they get to Buffalo, it's not gonna be easy.
Rasmus, you guys didn't get your 16th win of the season until the end of February, and in the last 2 months you had 16 wins. What was it that changed in that time? Was it a mindset shift for the teams? You talked about the compete being so much better these last couple of months, especially with some of those better teams like Toronto. What did you see change in those last couple of months to get those wins?
I think it was just growth throughout the whole year. Donnie said in the beginning of the year, this is about getting better. The whole year is about, every game we have to get a little bit better, and I think that's why we're better in the end of the year, because experience and takes time to build something, and we really start finding a good way to play every night, and but like I said 10 times now, we're not happy. We want to get better.
Rasmus, what was that moment like last night, grabbing RJ by the arm and helping him onto the ice for you?
Yeah, that was huge. Just seeing how much he means to the city, and how much he means to the guys in the locker room too. It was an honor to walk him over, and you can really see he was enjoying it, and we all were, and the crowd were amazing, and it's just a great way to end it. I feel like, and RJ is the man.
And we know how close you are with Casey. How exciting was that for you to watch him score that overtime goal, and how emotional was he to do that for RJ?
Yeah, well, first of all, he's been struggling with injuries almost the whole year, so that's one of those guys that works really, really hard off the ice. He's been taking a lot of huge steps the last year now. So I was really happy for him for sure. And like you said, we're close buddies, and you're always happy when your buddy does that.
They're a little
For
sad.
about 3 months, we saw you play at the top of your game, and you improved so much this year, but is there more? I mean, how much more is there? How much can you improve even more than you have so far? I mean, how much more is there in Rasmus Dahlin, do you think?
I want to say it's a lot more. I'm not satisfied. This is the year I'm starting to play against the other team's top line and trying to figure out how to play. And I just want to take steps in all the areas. I want to be a defenseman that the coaches can trust in every single situation. I want to play PK too, and I want to play everything. And I think I want to say I have a lot more, to give.
Is there some sadness that you're not gonna see some of your teammates now for maybe another 2, 3, 4 months? You spend every day with them for 7, 8 months.
Right now, you just want to go home and not see the boys for a while. No, I'm just kidding. No, I'm gonna miss them a lot. These are my brothers. We see each other every day, and we're getting really close. And they make my every single day the best day possible. So I'm gonna miss them for sure.
Like we see Tage Thompson jumping in, and when Skinner got jumped a couple of nights ago, we saw Dylan Cousins come to your support in the outdoor game. How much did those moments of support on the ice that we saw from your teammates for their teammates, did that help gel this team, bring this team closer together?
For sure. Yeah, the answer is yes. I mean, it just shows that everyone got your back, and I think all these scrums are coming from competitiveness. And when a guy backs you up, it just makes you want to play even harder for him. So yeah, it helps for sure.
How do you guys keep this momentum going that you've built over the last 2 months? Obviously, the season started off differently, but how do you make sure that this is the note you start camp in the next season on?
Yeah, great question. I think now everyone just has to regroup, focusing a little bit about themselves, or whatever you have to do to get better for next season. It can be small stuff, it could be everything, but just keep pushing. We are having something great going on here, and I'm sure if you go away for a couple months and come back, it's going to feel the same, because it's the same people around, and so I don't think it will be an issue, and I think it will get better to get some rest and refocused and come back. Yeah.
Did Sweden ask you to play in the World Championship?
Sorry?
Did Sweden ask you to play in the World Championships?
I've got the question. Yeah.
You gonna do it?
We'll see.
Kevin talked a lot during the summer about needing guys to want to be here and build something here. When did the group buy into that message? How much did they buy into that message?
I think it started from the beginning. Like I said, we all are brothers, and we just got together and told each other to this is the time to be a good hockey team, and it takes time, but we all are on the same page, and we all want to win here in Buffalo, and so I think I think it's a good mix.
You chose a Bills hat today. Have you become more of a Bills fan this season? And also, what's it like having these guys come out and support you at the end of the year?
Yeah, I just want to show appreciation for them to come out. They've been here for a few games now, and the boys love when those guys are here, and we just have to get to whatever the stadium is gonna be called. But we're gonna go there and show them support too. I think it's great for our community, and it's a great thing for sure.
What'd you think about Owen Power these 8 games, and what was it like just seeing a preview of your whole defense corps was 25 years or under, for most of at the end of the season?
Yeah, it was great. I didn't know he was that skilled in the ozone, so I was really thrilled to see him, and he's just an amazing guy to have around. He is young, but he is experienced, and he's a great fit for our team. He's just gonna keep getting better, and the future is gonna be bright when he's around.
Rasmus, what about Matthias? I feel like we don't talk about him enough. What does he bring?
I agree. He's an amazing guy on and off the ice. On the ice, I've been playing with him for 10 games or so. It's super easy to have a guy like that. He plays the right way. His defense is amazing, and he makes great plays with the puck too. So he's great all over the ice, and he's one of those guys you can really trust. Off the ice, he's hilarious. The guy never shuts up. So it's amazing to have those guys in the locker room, and he is amazing for us for sure.
I don't wanna say you're making light of missing the playoffs, because you guys are clearly, that was the goal. But for a team that's not made the playoffs for 11 straight years now, there seems to be an upbeat mood to this day, as opposed to what last year was like, or the year before that was like on this day. Why is that? What gives this, why is that?
It's a step in the right direction, and young group of guys that wants to be here and wants to do something greater. And I think it's a good start, and we have something to build on. I think that's what excites me the most. But like you said, we're not satisfied, and I think that's a good thing. We want to win here, so but we have something good going on.
Rasmus, you've been asked often over the years what players you looked up to as a young player. The last 2 seasons, especially in the NHL, we've seen so many young defensemen really dominate. Adam Fox, Cale Makar, Quinn Hughes. Are these guys also giving you a little inspiration, and do you learn things from all these guys? You get in a normal year this year where you're playing everybody. Have you picked up much from all those guys and are inspired in any way by them?
Yeah, I watch a lot of hockey, and it just makes me want to play even harder. It makes me get better to see those guys have a lot of success, and it just makes me realize that it's possible. And they're a little bit older, but the same age, so it makes me more competitive, and I also want to do some of the stuff they do.
Do you think a system like this, where you guys are switching pairings and lines so much, works without the culture that you're building?
Sorry, what exactly you mean by that?
Do you think you guys would flow as well on ice if you weren't building the sort of chemistry and trust that you guys have this year?
I think the brotherhood is making it a lot easier to play on the ice. Hockey is a lot about competing, and when you have guys you want to compete for, it makes it easier. Yeah, for sure.